When World War II broke out, Holland was quickly occupied by the Third Reich, successively bringing the Holocaust to Holland. Sadly, this led to the deaths of Jews in Holland. Thankfully, the Dutch weren't about to stand for it. Hidden Heroes documents the Holland Resistance. Only 2% of Holland's citizens supported the Nazi regime, but few were able to or willing to stand up and actively resist. Most felt hopeless and helpless, but a brave few men and women decided, where there is hope, there is life. We will give hope. Whether stealing away children prior to relocation or destroying the train tracks to Walsterbach camp, the resistance did what it could. One woman recounts the story of how a Nazi officer was beating a young mother in the streets. Onlookers watched and did nothing, some even laughed. When the officer killed the mother's baby, the mother cried out and was stricken down by the soldier. Our interviewee was a resistance fighter. She always carried a pistol on her person, and she whipped it out and she gunned that officer down in the streets and saw the crying mother to safety. The needs of our world haven't changed, just the faces. Men, women, and children, they're still dying. They're still homeless. They're still hungry. They're still oppressed. The only thing that has changed is we are the generation faced with the choice to do something or not. The other day, I saw on Facebook that a young mother and her daughter were displaced, living in a hotel with no family to take them in, no food to eat, no money to go buy food. She was disabled. She had hoped that the next day they could collect food stamps to get something. With no responses to her post, she was reaching out for help in her time of need, literally for food, and no one was reaching back. Holland was faced with a very similar dilemma, the choice to help those in a very real need or acquiesce to a society that demand they do nothing. What did they do? They stood up, and as a people, as human beings, said, non-cooperation in an evil system is always an option. They did something. What will you do? In summation, Hidden Heroes is not only an insightful documentary, but a piercing call to action showcasing a people who saw a great need and met it, much like we can. It's worthy of your time, but not as worthy as those in need around you. See you guys next time.
What was the meaning of resistance? Did it shorten our occupation time in this country and in the other countries one day because we stood up against the Germans? The answer is no. Has it been meaningful? Yes, because of people knew about things that were going on. They knew there were resistance fighters, and that gave hope. And you know how that goes. When there is hope, there is life. Hope gave them life.